Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, bonjour, buongiorno, bon dia, buenos dias, guten Morgen, Ohio gozaimasu. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, you are watching STEPHE'S talk show. I am Steph. Welcome. And in today's video, I would like to go straight to the point, and actually I'm making a huge calling. If you used to watch my video or my social media, you know I am an international woman, but I am also a Afro businesswoman. I am a Caribbean woman, and this is exactly what I am targeting today. I'm talking to Afro entrepreneurs, Afro businesses, inspiring people, Afro culture. Why I am talking to you? Because I have a market for you. I have a place where you can actually expand, when you can actually be successful, and where you actually have an audience. However, it's still missing. You have demand, but we're still missing offers. And I found this even more crazy in 2025, that this place hasn't been discovered as much as it should be by today, 2025, by Afro business people. And you want to know where I'm talking about, right? I know. It's been a real surprise for me, is to be honest. So I've been traveling a lot. I've been around the world, and I stopped in this country. I stopped there, and it just, as my mind is always thinking, and it's always thinking business, um, it's just shocked me right away to get to that place. And I'm like, bang, 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 business, 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 bang, 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 cash, cash, cash. You know what I mean? And I know my people like it. You like cash as much as I do, and as much as I think in this world today, we need cash, money. So here we go, drums, and this is Panama. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you used to watch my videos already, you know I've been in Panama in the last 2 months, and you also know that, I already mentioned the idea, the fact that this place is an entrepreneur hub. Yes, very important to mention. It's an entrepreneur hub. What does that mean? Hustlers, investors, business owners. You want to find a place where you can actually where you can actually express yourself and use it as a playground. Panama is your place. So let's go down in details a little bit more. My Afro culture, Afro businesses, Panama is missing of not only Afro businesses, but mostly quality as well. And I know what I'm talking about. I am a French Caribbean woman, so I'm talking by experience. I'm talking, I've been there. I need supplies for my hair, beauty, and everything. Obviously, Panama is a Afro, Afro descendant country, but for whatever reason, that's just shocked my mind. For whatever reason, there is not as much as choices that you will be able to find, for example, in some places in America, or even just next door in the Caribbean, or of course, I think Europe is after Africa. Of course, Europe is where I think any Black people will be able to enjoy a little bit more of choices and quality in terms of personal care needs, and also everything else in general. But today we're focusing on Panama. I've been there. I was there for 3 to 4 months, and I worked and talked and also interviews quite some entrepreneurs and CEOs, and work with also some government officials over there. So that's my job right now, to just take the information and share it to you. If you are an investor, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a go-getter, a big dreamer, an achiever, this is for you. Panama is your destination. Panama is growing huge. There is a big amount of growth when it comes to business. majority of business owners and CEOs or top leaders, uh, business top leaders in general are from Latin America, but we have a huge wave right now of Afro Americans right now coming to Panama. Why? Panama is safe place, first of all. That's why we would understand why American would get moved mostly right now, because they, you know what's going on in America. I'm not going to go to the bottom of this in details, but is aware about what's going on in America right now. Some people feel safe there, some people don't. And because I'm talking to a, a, I'm talking to Afro culture in general audience, we take this in consideration. We have to. For us, for our future, for our children's, there is like a lot to take in consideration. So Panama is safer. It's safe, at least I would say. Doesn't mean that there is absolutely zero danger. That's not what I'm saying right here. But let's just go down to just having a normal lifestyle, and you can just enjoy it. I personally spend my whole day, whole nights, evenings, my whole time outside, and specifically in Panama City. I forgot to mention Panama City. I was doing my life going around, and I have absolutely no issue. So why Panama? First point is a stable income. Let me just put them together a little list. So stable economy and pro-business policies. So Panama uses the US dollars. If you don't know it yet, so that's a very important point, and I think it's a very convenient thing too. For me, it was actually convenient. Even if I'm a European, I have European background, I'm also living in the UK, but mostly I am a world traveler, and the main currency that I think is mostly convenient for world traveler is US dollars. Mostly. So the US dollars is very convenient, and it has one of the fastest growing economy in Latin America, and it's known for its political and financial stability. So that's the first point for stable economy and pro-business policies. Second point, tax advantage. Obviously, Panama is internationally well known when it comes to tax advantages and offers territorial taxation. So, meaning foreign sources income is not taxed. But once again, you're going to look at me right now and be like, okay, you telling me they need actually local Afro businesses, so obviously your income is going to be local. But you can also, if you are, for example, a digital nomad, for example, we need digital nomad as well in Panama, which is a very good place for this type of lifestyle and type of business as well. But once again, stable economy. So even if you just move into this country and start dealing with international currency, this is the place to be. Huge benefit for global entrepreneurs in general. Number 3, I would say business friendly structure. So that goes back to one of my previous video as well, where I mentioned Panama is definitely a business friendly structure, but I would say mostly an entrepreneur business type structure. You can set up a company in a matter of days with 100% foreign ownership. And not only for that, in terms of the practical side of it, you have a huge amount, like when I say a huge amount, I've been around the world, and once again, I'm like, that just, that just attract my attention. You can go from one road, one street to another street, to one road to another road, to every corner of Panama City, and you will find, how do you call this again? Co-working spaces. You will find co-working spaces pretty easily. So a lot of businesses, from my experience as CEO and business owners, interviewers over there in Panama, a lot of businesses, huge company, multinational company, mostly will start by first sending a little team of 2 to 3 people, and they will be working in co-working spaces. Fantastic co-working spaces, I have to say. Like literally, you can see that Panama invested in making sure that business people, entrepreneurs, are comfortable to build their business. And grow the business as well. Absolutely no stop on this. All right, so next advantages of Panama would be infrastructure and logistics. So with the Panama Canal, obviously world-class port and the busiest airport hub in Central America, this is the place to be. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. If you love business and cash, your product and services can reach global market efficiently. I don't even know how I should how I should say it even more. I can't. I mean, if you don't get this point, how Panama is worth it to start a business over there, and I'm not just saying it. I'm also doing it. So yeah, I can tell you about it. And last but not least, access to talent and markets. So Panama is the multicultural, that's very true, English friendly, and home to the growing middle class with rising purchasing power. Yeah, big point of the multicultural place, English friendly. Now that still need to be working on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you the truth because I took some notes from obviously on internet in general, so you have a better idea. But I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you my experience and share my experience. There are English speaking. I'm not lying. They are English speaking in Panama, but they still need to improve. They still need, like, it's not, you have a 50-50. I was like going literally in places. I speak Spanish. So either way, okay, vamos a hablar en español, no es un problema para mí. But yeah, you go into a places, you go to shopping mall, you go to supermarket, literally the cashier, you're not sure he's speaking English, okay? They mostly want, I would go for 40% out of 50, like 40% will probably speak English. You still have a 60% who don't. But I'm pretty confident on the idea that this is going to slowly but surely change or improve, I would say, because I don't want the people to lose their local languages. But I mean, just like we do in Europe, for example, implementing English as a must languages, second languages to learn in the country automatically from education, that will be definitely, I think it's coming. So I also spoke with, education's professionals in the country. So I can see the improvement. I know there is improvement, and it's just coming. So if you are Spanish speaking, no problemo. If you are in English speaking, you're probably going to start right now. If you go right now in Panama, you're going to have to kind of, get your basics in Spanish. And a big shout out as well to one of my American friends that I met in Panama. And we were doing our nails. We were doing our nails in the shop, and she entered, and she was like, just, she just practicing in Spanish. And I was like, coming from an American, it's kind of like, whoa, big applause. You know what I mean? Congratulations, standing ovation. Yes, Americans, I'm talking to you. Most of you speak English, and also all the English speaking from the UK to Canada, like, so easy. So that's why I'm not blaming countries that will just speak one languages, and if it's not Spanish, good luck to you. And I can say it because I speak 5 to 6 languages. So I even went to Japan, and I'm learning Japanese languages. So I'm like, no limits. And this is just the beauty of working around the world. It's also something that I'm very passionate about. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, English speaking, you should actually learn a second languages. No harms there. No harms there. So I think it's actually even sexier if you are English speaking born and you come with, I don't know, a ton of Germans or even Russians, because right now I'm right now in Kazakhstan, by the way, and so I'm even going into my Russian now. Okay, I'm not that motivated for the Kazakh languages, but they all speak Russian. I get some words. Okay, let's go back to Panama. And now I would like to focus on opportunity for Afro businesses, for my Afro business business owners, entrepreneurs, investors. Let's go. Here are the opportunities. Historic and cultural connections. We Black people are about culture, right? So cultural connection is a big thing in Panama, and Panama has a deep African roots. Afro-Panamanians have played a crucial role in the nation development, and there's a growing movement to celebrate and invest in that heritage. So this is something I think as a Black person, as a Black uh, person in terms of whatever you are, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-American, Afro-African, Afro-European, Afro-Asians, doesn't matter what type of Afro-African, as long as you have African roots, Panama is definitely embracing the Afro culture. So Afro-Panamanians, by the way, I definitely love this place because to be honest, this mix of Africans, heritage in the middle of this Latin, vibe that brings Central America and Panama specifically, because Panama is not Guatemala, Panama is not Costa Rica. It's totally three different places, by the way, even if they are next to each other. You cannot just be thinking that because they are neighbors, it works the same way, which is not true. First of all, the currency is not the same. For example, Panama is in US dollars, where Costa Rica is not, Guatemala either. So, you know what I mean? Just there's little details like this, but that makes Panama unique. And not only unique, but full of opportunities, full of possibilities. And I just can't stop talking about Panama. I definitely have it revealed something in me. So I love it. The second opportunity will be the representation and growth. Afro-owned businesses bring diversity, innovation, and cultural strength to the market. By entering Panama, you are not just building a company, you are contributing to a new era of Afro-led economic power. Yes, let's get down this road. Panama, and that's why I'm doing this video today. We are missing Afro-centered businesses. This is not normal. I don't think this is normal, specifically because there is African heritage in this country. You have a lot of Latins from Venezuela to Colombia to all of those South Latinos culture. Where are our Black business power, our Black culture power in general? Where it is? That's what was missing in Panama. And yes, I will say it. That was my experience. I've been there. I'm like, I'm an Afro-Caribbean woman. I go from my island to Panama. It's like next door. For whatever reason, products are not there. Businesses are not there. But the people are. The people are. I saw the the African people over there, Afro-American over there, mostly. The majority are Afro-Americans, I'm not gonna lie. But why? And I will be also targeting my people, like my background, which is French Caribbean islands. We are actually capable of building up businesses. What about we doing it in other territory, other Black heritage territories? Let's go. And last but not least, opportunity, support network. And this is also true because I've seen it and experienced it. So there are emerging chambers, government initiative, and international partnership focused on supporting minority-led in enterprises. But to be honest with you, for having spoken with government officials and specifically Chamber of Commerce's and all those government entities who actually support investors, international investors in general. Most of them, they are coming from South America, probably Panamanians, maybe Americans. Very last. I don't see much of Americans over there. But to be honest, yeah. So minority-led enterprises, easy. If you're a Black person, they're not going to look at you as being a Black person. They are going to looking at you as bringing businesses in the country, bringing investment in the country, and so building jobs in the country, which is necessary. So now, how to enter the Panamanian market? here is 5 major points. I can't go into deep details because obviously my video will take 3 hours. But you know what? If you need assistance, if you need to expand your business in Panama, or you want to open your business in Panama and start a business over there, just drop me a message, drop me an email, send me an email to contact@stephestalkshow.com, and I will be more than happy to assist you. So how do you enter the Panamanian market? First of all, you have a legal setup, I think like any other country, doesn't change much. You register a company, straightforward, affordable, very important, and it can be done remotely. Local legal support to navigate paperwork. So there is one thing that you need to know. Paperwork in Panama, mostly if you're Americans or if you are European, it doesn't happen like this. Okay, paperwork is taking some time. They need to, slow down the process. They need to acknowledge everything, and they're gonna do it on their own time. You know what I mean? Very Latin American, very Caribbean, very Central American lifestyle, but we love it this way. I think this is a good thing. Personally, I think this is good, to not pressure. Just take it the way it comes. That's it. So just so you be aware, Panama is not a stressful place. You're not going there and stressing them, okay? Just make sure about that. Legal setup. And right after, obviously, once you have registered your company, you have the banking and taxation system, open a business account, and understand Panama territorial tax benefits. So that makes me think about one of my friends from France that I've met also in Panama that just opened this business in regarding to what type of business again? Regarding to a trading company. And to be honest, yes, I could tell you that it's been implementing this business in probably 2 months. So, which is not a long process. To register, it's been a few weeks, but to literally open the bank account mostly took him probably 2 months, approximately. So, and also because maybe it was between, getting to summertime, so slowing down a little bit the process as well. But to be honest, it's not that long, 2 months. So in general, there is countries that are taking way more time in terms of implementing a business and opening the bank account. So number 3, networking and partnerships. So you can connect with local chamber of commerce, like I mentioned earlier, connect with local chamber of commerce, Afro-Businesses Association, and international trade bodies. These networks can accelerate your growth. And this is very important because Panama is still, has this Latin flavor, which when it comes to Latin flavor, you have to be good in networking. It's just a cultural thing. People talk to each other. You do a business meeting with Panamanians, you have to share some of, personal story, a little bit of chit chat, enjoying the vibe, connecting, networking. And then show up, attend business events. Panama City, most importantly, is a very big events hub. They are promoting strongly for everybody, obviously, to actually organize networking events. And I also planning to organize networking events myself in Panama. If you are interested, I can also give you the details later. And also attend business events, expo, and investor summit, build visibility and credibility. Huge in Panama. And I'm very confident that you will be successful if you follow that path. Promote your brand. Of course, that's not just related to Panama, but still very important because I do know some entrepreneurs and even business owners that will still not really invest in promoting enough their brand. But there is no secret. You have to go through that path to just support your business, but also to grow. Use Panama as your headquarters for Latin America. From here, your brand can expand in Colombia, Costa Rica, the Caribbean, and beyond. So Panama is a very exciting place if you love business. But to be honest with you, even if you are not into business, you just get outside of Panama City, and this is still exciting. This country is beautiful. Nature, river, obviously, Panama Canal, nature, mountains, a lot humidity, very hot weather. But if you are Caribbean, it doesn't change. It's home. It's home again. So it's okay. Okay, little words about impact. This is about more than profit. It's about legacy. Okay, when Afro businesses succeed in Panama, they open doors for future generation. Yes, they create job, inspire innovation. They build wealth within our community. Panama offer the soil, rich, fertile, and full of opportunity, and it's time for us to plant our flag and grow. And I'm gonna end this video on this point. So once again, dear Afro business owners, investors, entrepreneurs, go-getters, I am calling for you to actually develop a territory that is, from the very beginning, African culture, an African country, an African heritage country. So this is the place to be. This is a place to develop right now. Thank you everybody for watching STEPHE'S Talk Show. Of course, I am inviting you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more, to learn more about business, global businesses, expansion, investment, opportunities. I am your source. I am the passport for global opportunities, global investments opportunities. I'm planning for upcoming videos to also put together a video special about off-market opportunity, obviously regarding to real estate, because there is a huge demand about this as well. I have quite some of my partners and collaborators who are looking for investors specifically in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, also in Panama, of course, South America and Latin America as well. I also have some places regarding to Africa and Asia. So stay connected, subscribe, and I will see you to the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.